Swadee krap, and thank you to Mike Burston today, a Thaiger legend, one of our new Thaiger members who are helping us roll out more content and develop our YouTube channel. On today's program, cases are rising mainly in Bangkok and down in the south in Narathiwat. Bars and pubs closed in 3 Bangkok districts for at least 2 weeks, and the State of Global Air report slams Northern Thailand with its latest statistics. It's also Chakri Memorial Day, a public holiday here in Thailand. It commemorates the first king of the dynasty, King Rama I, Thailand's first king back in 1782. There'll be commemorations around the country today, and there's a full explanation about the holiday at thetiger.com. And because today's a public holiday, we're bringing you Thailand News Today LITE. The normal program will be back tomorrow. The double CSA has reported 250 new COVID infections today, 245 of them locally transmitted and 5 imported. No new deaths were recorded, leaving that toll at 95. The Department of Disease Control says 155 new cases were detected with track and tracing. 19 in Bangkok, 30 in Narathiwat, 3 in Chonburi, 2 in Sakao on the Cambodian border, and 1 in Samut Prakan, just southwest of Bangkok. In the days before Thailand's biggest annual party begins, Songkran, there's been fresh clusters breaking out in Bangkok and Chonburi's Nightlife. Already, the BMA has closed nightlife venues in 3 popular districts in Bangkok as a precautionary measure for at least 2 weeks. As of last night, officials met today to mull a blanket closing time for entertainment venues and restaurants across Bangkok, as well as alcohol restrictions, not the sort of start the hospitality industry was hoping for, with Songkran kicking off this weekend. The Thai government has already taken the song out of Songkran with a ban on water splashing, concerts and group gatherings, including foam parties. I'm really looking forward to those foam parties too. Well, after last year's cancellation of Songkran, the ban on Songkran parties certainly pours cold water on the plans of millions of Thais celebrating their New Year festivities. These new bans on entertainment venues in popular city party haunts is just another blow. According to the State of Global Air 2020 report, around 32,000 premature deaths in Thailand back in 2019 have been attributed to air pollution. The report cites the PM 2.5 pollution particles as the main culprit, as particles in that size range are the most likely to travel deeply into the respiratory tract, reaching the lungs. Exposure to these fine particles can cause short-term health effects such as eye, nose, throat and lung irritations, coughing, sneezing, runny nose and shortness of breath. But the long-term effects are much more sinister, according to the report. The report focuses on the annual burning season and the haze and smoke that hang around, causing health problems for northern residents. Recently, Thailand's northern province of Chiang Mai has ranked the 3rd most polluted city in the world. Today, Chiang Mai doesn't appear in the list of top 10 most air polluted cities in the world, according to IQAir.com. Meanwhile, almost 3,000 homes have been damaged after northern Thailand's summer storms wreaked havoc in 11 provinces. The Disaster Prevention and Mitigation Department says Pitchit, Pitsanulok, Sukhothai and Nan are among the hardest hit. 1 death was also reported in Nan when a tree branch fell onto a woman's car. 5 others were injured in Nan, Pitchit and Surin. Thailand's northeastern province of Nakhon Ratchasima saw the most damage, with about 300 houses needing repairs. The Thailand Meteorological Department says summer storms will continue up north until at least tomorrow. Thailand is wanting incoming travellers to download the Pandemic Health Tracking app before arriving in order to streamline safety procedures for its upcoming reopening plans. The request comes along with a list of others, including proof of a negative COVID test and the mandatory time needed to be spent in quarantine. Thai officials say potential tourists should pre-register for their visits using Thailand Plus, which is a special COVID-19 tracker app that can be downloaded on both Android and iOS devices. To register, you can use your certificate of entry. The app will use a QR code to help you gain access to certain areas such as department stores and shops. There's more details about the app and the whole reopening proposal at thetiger.com. Union representatives are questioning changes made to the employment terms of Thai Airways staff as part of the national carrier's debt restructuring plan. The Labour Union claims the changes have removed or diluted several staff entitlements and welfare benefits, pointing the finger at the acting president of the beleaguered airline who signed the orders. The union's calling on the Department of Labour Protection and Welfare to review the changes to check if they align with a debt restructuring plan submitted to the Central Bankruptcy Court. The union believes the orders may go against the terms of the rehab plan currently being reviewed by the creditors. They include an order related to the company's new organisational structure, as well as the screening of workers who will continue to be employed by the carrier during and after the rehab process. Thai Airways remains in a twilight zone as the bankruptcy proceedings continue to review the proposed rehabilitation plans. Overseas creditors, mostly airline leasing companies, form the majority of creditors and will ultimately decide what form the future Thai Airways will look like, or if it will take to the skies ever again. Time to check out the air quality around Thailand today. Well, glad to report generally better conditions around the country today, starting in the capital where we've got moderate quality air today, measuring 69, and we've got much the same on Wednesday and Thursday. Temperatures around 35 degrees in the capital, some cloud around, perhaps even some showers. Down south to Phuket, and again moderate air conditions there today. Much the same tomorrow, but getting better on Thursday. We've got temperatures around 28 and 29, very humid, possibility of some showers and some cloud there as well. Up to the northeast and probably the worst of the areas around Thailand today, around Nakhon Ratchasima, reporting unhealthy air for sensitive groups, measuring 114 today, improving over the next few days. Temperature tomorrow 31, 34 on Thursday, and cloudy with a few showers as well. And then up in the north, right up in the north of Thailand around Chiang Mai, good air today, although there are a few bad zones, probably near some local fires. The general quality of the air much better in the north today. Tomorrow and Thursday, moderate air conditions. Temperature 32 tomorrow, 35 on Thursday, and even some full sunshine by Thursday. Well, that's the air quality from iqair.com around Thailand today. Well, that's the end of Thailand News Today, coming to you from my home office. A bit boomy in here. I'll definitely have to put a bit more audio insulation around. Hope you had a day off. If you didn't, well, hope you enjoyed the news anyway. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We do appreciate your subscribing. It does help us a lot. In the meantime, have a great day, and we'll see you back probably in the office in Bangkok tomorrow.